Hey everybody, my name is Lenny and I've come to YouTube for a little bit of advice and help. Now my 3D printer here, the CR-10 S4, is not working at all since February. I've tried everything. I've tried replacing the motherboard, I've tried replacing the power, I've tried near enough everything. So before I get into my problem, this here is like my little startup I have, just to show that I am uploading the file correctly and that I just have no idea what to do next. Now my problem is that my printer, it just keeps freezing and it won't finish the file at all. It will get anywhere from about 2 minutes to 2 hours into the print file and just stop and reset itself completely. Now what I'm showing you here is that I've got my Simplify 3D slicer up. I'm showing you now that, yeah, there's the file. It takes about 26 hours 15 minutes, and I'm just going to play the build processing just to make sure that it does actually go towards the end of the item that I've got in there. Now the item itself, it is the shoulder pad from Thor Ragnarok, because I saw the film and I thought, oh yeah, pretty good, I want to get some pieces from that, and the easiest one to start with was the shoulder pad. Now this here is just a test print, because like I said, it has been going on like this since February and it is now April. I'm really starting to get annoyed about it, so any suggestions for anybody at all can really help me a long way. Now I'm saving this into a micro SD card, and yes, I have replaced the SD card numerous times and upgraded the SD card into a CR-10 as well, because it was recommended by a friend, so I've tried everything to do with the SD cards. Now with my little adapter, once it stops flashing, it means that the data's in there. I wait a couple more seconds left as well, because I know that some people have told me that I'm ejecting the SD card too quickly, but as you can see there, I leave it alone for a very, very long time. The next step I take is that I go into the SD card itself, I find the file and I preview it in the slicer. So it's there named as shoulder 1, open it up, preview it in the slicer, and then I check to see whether it plays again. Now I've had my CR-10 for a little bit over a year now, and the warranty's gone for it, and the best solution that I can find is to ship it off somewhere to America, because if you can't tell by my accent, I am living in the UK. Ship it off to America, pay them hourly for the service, and then they ship it back. The problem with that is that I have to pay for the shipping as well, and it can be very expensive from where I am. So I've tried the CR-10 Facebook group as well, but still no use. I've posted my problem on there 4 times. Each time when people come with a recommended thing, it just doesn't work, or the people just lose interest and I don't get any other advice at all. So that's why I've come into YouTube, just to try and expand my horizon a little bit there as well. Now as you can see there as well, it runs fine in the slicing software. So what I do is I click eject and eject it properly from my computer, and wait a couple of seconds as well just to make sure that it has properly ejected, so that I'm not pulling it out too early and messing up the data inside. I take it over to the 3D printer, and as you can see in just a quick second, it will recognize the SD card once I click initiate. Now I do have my printer on. I have tried before when it's been turned off, put the SD card in and turn it on all together, still the same problem. There we go, initiate SD card, find the SD card and shoulder 1, and it should load up in a couple of seconds. Now I'm going to fast forward the footage on here just to show the time lapse I've got. Each time of this one, it just stops during about the 2-minute mark. I have no idea why, and it just kind of just resets the machine for some reason. There we go, it's stopped. This has just been sped up. Footage hasn't been edited in any way, apart from the speed. I haven't trimmed anything, I haven't paused anything, nothing, and I've left the printer on. I've been in the other room while this has been going. And here's a display on there. It's just reset the machine. I've got no idea why. At first I thought it was the power turning itself on and off, but I've witnessed this. It hasn't turned itself on and off. It just stopped and thinks that it's finished the SD card program. Now I thought it was a power system, because when I opened up the machine before, there was a fan inside there that wasn't working. It was getting no power to it. So what I did was I bought a new power system, replaced that. Everything was running fine, but still the same problem. I have no idea why. As I mentioned previously as well, I've replaced the motherboard on there. Now this is the first CR-10 motherboard, so it isn't the CR-10S. I've actually got a CR-10S motherboard, but I haven't uploaded it into the system itself just because I don't know how to. A lot of things are different than what the standard model will be, and a lot more things need to be bought to try and make it compatible. So I've got a brand new CR-10 motherboard inside there. The firmware, it should be fine because it's just for stock firmware. I've tried updating the firmware before, but when I've tried to upload it into the coding system, it just doesn't recognize the printer at all, and it doesn't connect at all. Now this one I'm trying it again because, like I said, it just stopped at the 2-minute mark. It's got a little bit further this time. It's actually built up some support material, but now it gets up to the main section and it just stops. I have no clue what is going on with my 3D printer at all. I've tried everything. I've replaced the hot end, I've checked for clogs, I've checked the wiring, I've checked the motherboard, I've checked the power, I've checked everything, and nothing seems to be working at all. So if anyone can help me out with this, I'll greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much.